Alright team, in this video I'm going to sketch out some of the basics doubles strategy that you're going to want to encounter. On the top I'll put in purple the serving team. And on the bottom I will put in blue the returners. Now, when serving, the person in purple could typically go here, down the middle, or against the edge, right? The returner could hit it cross court, possibly near the middle, or on that side, right? Usually the server's partner is going to want to stand around there. So, depending on how comfortable they are at volleys, about 5 feet from the net. And you want to make it so that this returner will be able to guard this down the line shot in case the returner hits a tough shot that way, because it'll be very hard for the server to get to that. So typically about 3 to 4 steps, or depending on how accurate and good you are, maybe around 10 feet from the doubles line here. Now the reason why this is a good position for the returner is it's going to cut off a lot of the options that the returner has. If the returner tries to hit a shot anywhere in this zone, the volleyer has a pretty easy opportunity to finish it by just volleying here. So because of that, the returner typically will want to hit the ball cross court back to the server. Now, there is a strategy called poaching, which I do recommend doing eventually, once you get more comfortable with your partner. And that is where the server, the volleyer of the server right here will purposely try to cut off that cross-court shot. That means the server, after they hit the serve, must go this way because they need to guard that down the line shot over here. Okay, it's a time play where both the server and the volleyer communicate together and make sure that they guard the line on that end. Okay. Now for the returner, I didn't put the partner yet. Let's assume that the serve is really hard and the returner hits the ball kind of close to the volleyer. Then the volleyer will be able to go this way possibly. Do it in purple. So the volleyer might be able to go this way. Maybe go that way as well. Make it really hard for the returner to hit it back. That's why I typically recommend the returner's partner to be in between these two lines right here and around there. So that's why they do have an opportunity to possibly hit a half volley to any of those purple lines and at least get the ball back in play. These are pretty tough shots. They're playing a defensive shot, but at least they do have some opportunity to cut off this or cut off that. Now, back to serving. If the server is able to serve very far out wide and then bring the returner out to the edge of the court, the volleyer should be shadowing the returner. So the volleyer right here should be stepping a step or two that way as well. Okay, wherever the returner is going, the volleyer should go as well, because the returner now has a down the line shot. Let's say the server could hit near the tee over here. In this case, the returner will probably have to move that way a little bit. The volleyer could inch away a little bit that way, because if the returner tries to hit a down the line, they're going to not have that angle as easily as if the returner was over here. And then the volleyer over here has a better opportunity to cut off a cross court as well. So that's most of the basic strategy that you'll see for doubles. A few other little things. Whenever there is a shot, let's say the returner hits a lob. It's hard to draw this, but let's say they lob it over where it bounces around here. The server, the volleyer or the server needs to call switch. You'll typically have more time to get to that ball because the ball's in the air, but they need to switch positions where the volleyer will be on this half of the court, and then the server will have to hit that ball. It's too hard for the volleyer to step backward and hit that in many cases. Okay, so make sure it's the volleyer's goal to call switch in those cases. Okay, that's the basics for doubles strategy. It does get a bit more advanced at times, but if you could follow those patterns of play, then you'll be in much better shape then.